I mean, have you ever considered one of those like those like hot plate type situations?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Brunch. Hit it, boys.
We're recording, and you went to the gym, you freaking maniac?
Yeah, I've gone 3 times since last week. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't make that in a year.
Yeah, it was a long process to get back there, but I got a new gym. Not feeling great about it. I also tweaked something today. So just said, it's not for me. I think that I've learned over the past 7 months that I don't need the gym. It doesn't make me happy.
I was going to say, your body's probably not feeling great about it. Doing anything after you haven't done it in like a long time, let me tell you, feels like shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I tried to get right back into it without missing a beat. And let me tell you, that's not the way that you go about it.
You know what's funny is like the endorphin rush that you get after the gym. It does make you feel so good, but I don't know, like I feel like it's hit or miss. Like sometimes it gives you this feeling to do good, and sometimes it just gives you this feeling of invincibility. Like I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the gym and after been like, fuck yeah, I feel awesome. I am getting some fucking chicken fingers.
It does lead to some bad decisions. Like the second time that I went to the gym last week, I passed a McDonald's and a Popeyes on the way home. Ooh. And it's real dangerous. So second trip to the gym last week, I was coming back, was hungry. I was like, yo, I'm going to see if they got that Popeyes chicken sandwich that I still haven't had yet. And I stopped at Popeyes under construction for the day. They were like getting painted inside or something. Oh. And I was like, fuck, that sucks. So I just stopped at McDonald's on the way home.
Have we spoken? Did we ever speak about the very topical Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich? Because I tried it maybe 3/4 of a year after the big craze.
The old rush.
Yeah, I saw my friend Juanes posted on social media like, yep, I'm the last person to try this sandwich. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that sandwich. I'm the last person to try that sandwich. And the next day I went and got it. And I gotta say, overrated. Like nobody, it's kind of like folklore. Like no one's talking about it now. Everyone was really excited in the moment, but like until
like listening to folklore now. By the way, though, like
I did check with you on that, and you gave a kinda. I was like, do you still
not even a kinda. It's just I'm still listening to the hell out of that album.
Also, you've changed your answer since I asked.
That's not true. I've for sure been listening to it like straight up.
Okay.
All the way through.
Okay.
Nonstop. Man, I took a little break, for a couple weeks, but I'm back in. Just back in. I also listened to 1989 for the first time in full this past week, for the first time in a while, and man, that thing still hits. Yeah,
Rolling Stone came out with an updated 500 greatest albums of all time list, and I clicked on it knowing I'm not going to read this whole thing because they break it up into a million different sections. They make you do like 50 at a time. And with how long, even with like, I got some dope ass internet, even with good internet, great bandwidth, they have like a graphic and shit for each thing. So to get through all of them, it takes like 4 hours, and I'm just not doing that. So I looked at I looked at 500 to 450, and I looked at 50 to 1, and I was like, yeah, all these are good albums. I'm not going to really care about this order. I saw some argument going on Twitter about it, but like, I don't know. I'm just so desensitized to that. Those lists are obviously extremely arbitrary, but
right. That's the thing. Like, music is so subjective that I'm just like, I don't have any interest in looking at any of that.
And now, like, someone can be like, "Hey, what do you think's the best Taylor Swift album?" Because I think a very strong case can be made for "Speak Now," and I'm just going to be like,
Sure.
Definitely, this strong case can be made for that. Like, I disagree with that, but like, who cares? I'm fucking me, and you're you.
Right. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's just like, I don't have the energy to argue about anything anymore because like most of the things people are trying to argue about, it's like, well, your opinion's different than mine and we're not going to get anywhere here. So
yeah, there was some peak dumb people wanting to argue or virtue signal or do whatever you want to call it. And I hate even saying virtue signal because it sounds so boomer of me. It sounds like I'm mocking kids these days,
right?
But in general, like, why? It's like we've talked about it when people are like, "Oh, you liberal," like
it's become like a buzzword.
Shouldn't you want people to know that that you're of strong moral?
People overuse it,
fiber?
And it like carries a negative connotation when it may not necessarily,
right,
like, at its root have that.
But this was incredible. I don't have the article open, but let me check Twitter. I saw it on there. So Zendaya, we shouldn't have done an Emmys episode. Zendaya won an Emmy for
Euphoria.
Euphoria, that's right.
You watched Euphoria?
No.
I don't know if you'd like it, but I do, and it's an awesome show. I don't know. I just don't know if it's your style. I think it would make you very uncomfortable.
So she was a surprise winner, and I mean, she went up against Olivia Colman. She went up against I don't know,
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Okay, who else? Laura Linney. Anyway, I mean, if you're nominated for these things, it means you're a heavy hitter. But anyway, she was not favored to win, and the New York Post tweeted out after, like, Zendaya pulls big upset at Emmys or whatever. And that led to this story. The headline is Zendaya fans mistake the meaning of upset after historic Emmys 2020 win. The 2020 Emmys offered a teachable moment for Zendaya fans who were apparently confused by the meaning of, quote, upset. The 24-year-old surprise victory for her portrayal of Rue Bennett in HBO's Euphoria over acting vets Jennifer Aniston, Laura Linney, Olivia Colman, Jodie Comer, and Sandra Oh left, I don't understand this, left groupies shocked. I don't understand why they use the word groupies there, but over the New York Post's tweet announcing Zendaya's, I got a pop-up ad.
Oh boy.
It's because I'm on a newspaper's website. I got to say, keep newspapers alive. Like, free press, very important and everything, but nobody spams you like a newspaper's website.
Yeah. Are we considering the New York Post a newspaper?
Sure. So biggest upset, Zendaya. These things keep flying. Like 3 more just popped up. Zendaya upset. Or biggest upset, Zendaya wins Emmys 2020 over Jennifer Aniston, Laura Linney. Read the Post's tweet accompanied by a screen grab of a tickled Zendaya, the youngest woman to win the trophy in Emmy history, clutching her award. Fans were quick to come to Zendaya's defense. Again, like, before we start, there's no defending being needed there. No one's upset, wrote one fan, garnering more than 1,000 likes on the platform. Hate to see a powerful woman winning an award she deserves, I see, commented another less than impressed fan. Some were quick to point out that in the context of a competition like a sports game or award show, upset is used to mean a surprise victory, especially for an underdog like Zendaya, who is up against industry heavyweights. There is no hope for humanity if this many people don't know what an upset means, said one tweeter, while another lamented, well, damn, they should have used another word in the dictionary. You said you ended up pouring through a bunch more of them and said that it was pretty much just every version of that incredibly dumb tweet.
Yes. There's so many of them, and it just made me like, there aren't many things on the internet anymore that, like, quote unquote, make me lose faith in humanity.
Yeah.
But, like, because I've just been around too long, but god damn does that make me lose faith in humanity. And somebody, like, responded, was like, well, maybe it's a second language thing, a second language barrier where they just don't
okay.
Like, and I was like, yeah, but look how many there are.
Right.
And I just don't think so. I think it's just a lot of dumb people
So I'll very much tolerate that, or allow for that. That maybe it's a second language thing, but in general, Twitter stays a mess. I was very disheartened this weekend. I texted you about it. Like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies, legend, obviously, and the prevailing commentary I saw on Twitter was people making fun of a dumbass tweet where a person maybe made up that their child said Ruth condom.
Definitely made up.
So I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt here. But I was
the worst tweet though. Like you can criticize the response. It's so bad. That tweet and the one where
King and Queen.
Yes. It's okay. Like Chadwick and says Queen and RBG says King.
So again, those are the two of the stupidest tweets.
The heaven fan fiction that comes out after anybody dies is the weirdest shit in the world. But still, like, everybody needed to make sure that they pointed out, this ain't it, Chief. And it was like, that was one of the dumbest tweets I've ever seen in my life, and it probably got so much engagement. It's like how we've talked about how Donald Trump technically is the best person at Twitter because he finds a way to say the dumbest shit in the world. But, like, why does everybody flock to that and spend the aftermath of learning that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died being like, oh, what a dumb tweet, haha, as they high-five each other? That is a dumbass tweet, but why was that the most popular thing in the world this weekend? I don't know. The whole like posting cringe for Twitter clout when somebody dies is the weirdest thing. Like, it happened with Kobe it's still happening with Kobe. And it's just really weird.
It is extremely weird.
Like, remember who hit that shot? Who hit the shot that was like miraculous? And they were on the ground or whatever in the NBA playoffs, and then somebody like posted a picture of Kobe, like ghost Kobe, right, like helping him off the ground.
So there was Devin Booker at the end of, I think, the Pelicans game, and there was Luka at the end of the Clippers game. Was it maybe Luka?
It might have been Luka, and like it was like a picture. It was like a Photoshop of Kobe helping him up off the ground, but like Kobe's opacity was set to like 50%, so he looked like Spirit Kobe. Dude, that shit is the fucking weirdest.
You know what I think about, like, once every 2 weeks? Like, this like hits me once every 2 weeks.
What?
That fucking Kobe Bryant died.
Yeah, it's insane. Anytime that he's like mentioned, it's like, damn, Kobe died.
I get chills. And then you think about, I mean, his daughter. Like, I spend way too much time still getting rocked by that. And too much time makes it sound like I'm suggesting like we shouldn't be mourning the guy, but of course we should. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that happened.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely one of like the more like rock your world kind of deaths that at least I've experienced in my lifetime, which is saying a lot because we've seen some like superstars die.
That was I remember that day too. That was like you remember where you
Sunday
were.
Afternoon.
Yep.
Like
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon.
The Grammys were that night. And I just finished, I just posted something on Instagram making fun of people who were mad that Harmony Hall wasn't a rock song. So why is it nominated for best rock song? So I like fucked around with it and made it into like a butt rock song. And I was like really thinking that I was pretty clever and that was pretty funny and like having a laugh over it. And then I checked the news. Then I got a text from a friend that was like, Kobe dead? ? And all that, there's a lot of things that are like up for interpretation. Like a lot of things could kind of mean anything. And I don't know, like I didn't I don't know, like sometimes during a game or something, I don't know if your friends will ever text you, like if someone gets like rocked, like bad injury or whatever, someone will be like, so-and-so dead.
Right.
But man, basketball was not in season until he was retired. Yeah, right. Things like that. Like
somebody gets canceled.
Right, like Siakam retired, Siakam out of the league, shit like that. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, what a brutal.
It's got to be a weird feeling too after you just like posted some goofy ass shit on Instagram. And you're like, oh no, people are gonna see that Kobe died, and then like go to
Instagram. That I was fucking around with. Right. That
it was definitely a weird. It's definitely been like a weird year for like people posting some. Just I think it's just amplified when people post cringe, because everybody posts cringe about anything, but like when people post cringe about somebody dying, it's really fucking weird.
But what I don't understand, and I agree with that, what I don't understand is why do we choose to put as big a spotlight on it as possible? You know?
I mean, I think that like
why is that dumb cringe tweet the most popular tweet of the last week?
Because that's just how Twitter works now. Like that's just it's with everything. Like whenever you have the chance to dunk on somebody, or whenever somebody says some fucked up shit that everybody should just ignore, it becomes the biggest tweet of the day because everybody wants to participate in dunking on it, and it just makes it the most trending story, which causes other people like fucking I don't know, like Clay Travis to keep saying dumb shit.
Right. I was way late on.
It's just like the cycle feeds itself.
I got a bit of a dilemma. So I've started drinking tea again. Back on my tea bullshit. Found some gingerbread tea. It's the best tea in the world. It's so good. I'm guzzling this stuff. It's so good. You can get it in your local grocer. It's like for the holidays, but it is delicious. They
only come once a year.
They only come uno a year, as 98 Degrees would say. Do you get that reference?
No.
98 Degrees has a song called One Night, in parentheses, Una Noche. It was at the height of like Latin pop music ruling top 40 in the early 2000s, when like Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias were really Mark Anthony really burn up the charts. So 98 Degrees was like,
we gotta jump in on this.
We're getting in on this. What's our most recent
They be canceled
song?
For that now? Like
for like appropriation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't given enough thought to this to give an academic answer, but typically,
very funny.
Typically, over the years, and saying like, "Oh, well, this is how it's done over the years," is generally not a good way to excuse something from being problematic. But love songs using other languages have been that's been like a romantic thing. Yeah. You know, like you say something in it says, you know what it says, the language of origin, and then you say it in Spanish, or
you know what it says though. Love is the universal language.
That is true. Do you know Bésame Mucho?
No, I know baseball.
Song. Bésame Mucho is a great foreign language love song. Michelle by the Beatles. He mixes in some French.
La Camisa Negra.
La Camisa Negra by Juanes.
Yep.
I've definitely told you what that song means, right?
My black shirt.
No. Seriously, that's not what it means.
What is it?
I'm going to Google this before I say it.
I mean, I think we've had this conversation before because I know we've talked about Juanes.
I'm just going to Google this. And if this is not the case, then I've been the first person to ever Google this. What the hell? All right, so I'm... I'll tell you what. I'm not finding anything that backs this up. But a friend...
What's your theory then?
A friend told me that La Camisa Negra does not mean black shirt. It translates to black shirt. But I think she said he was singing about condoms.
What? What?
And I'll tell you, I just Googled
no.
La Camisa Negra condom. Didn't get anything. That was a Google whack.
There's no way. Nobody has ever written a love song to condoms.
I don't think it's a love song. I don't think it's like a love letter to.
I don't think anybody's written a song about condoms, period.
Let me see. Yes. And raw dog. When will he learn?
Raw dog.
Kanye West.
You just said raw dog.
Yeah.
That's not a song about condoms. It's a song about quite the opposite.
So that's the thing. It's about whether or not one uses them. Whether
Right,
one tango la camisa negra.
Nobody has ever explicitly had a song about condoms.
Now I want to Google that, and I would have the weirdest Google.
If anybody has ever had a song explicitly about condoms, it was probably like The Lonely Island.
Maybe. Okay, what lyrics? The lyrics explain that the bitter singer is wearing the black shirt as a way of mourning a failed love. So that makes more sense than what I heard. I got to hit up.
Yeah, what?
I got to loop back. And
Circle back on this one.
This very well could have been somebody completely fucking with me and me being like, really? Wow. Juanes, you dog.
That is incredible.
Juanes is great though. What a guitarist. That
Hell
guy
yeah.
That guy can pick like few on this planet.
My middle school Spanish teacher fucking loved Juanes. I think like the first day of class, he was like, I don't know any Spanish, but we're just going to watch music videos from this guy who speaks Spanish.
Nice. What's your favorite Juanes song?
Probably Volverte Ver.
It's a great one. I like Adios Lapido.
That's a good one. Yep.
That one. Yeah, he's so good. He's he's got some Brad Paisley to him where initially people will be like, oh, what a nice voice. And then you listen to him play and you're like, oh boy.
This guy's got talent.
That young man's got chops.
Yeah.
He's so terrific. So been drinking tea, and I was at Best Buy the other day because
where we all get our tea.
That's right. Shopping for tea. I was like, you don't happen to have gingerbread tea. It's a special edition thing. It's for the holidays. It only come once a year.
You should go into like places that don't sell tea, like Best Buy, and
ask
be like,
where the tea is.
No, you'd be like, you guys are suffering from low tea.
Ooh, not bad.
And
Pretty
see
good.
what they say.
Then hit him with an ad read.
Yes, low tea.
I like that.
Hours of sleep a night will help.
Just hitting people with ad reads IRL. What we should tell?
We don't even do them on the show. We're going to start doing
right.
them in real life.
Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Hey, what was the playhead for when you did the ad this week?" Oh, even better. We took this one to the streets. We didn't put it in the episode. Take our word for it. We talked to some people. They seem pretty interested.
The guy down by the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, we stood outside a coffee shop and hit people with it. They seem pretty receptive. Most
Boots
of them
on the
were
ground, baby.
Most
Boots
of them were in a
ground.
hurry, but we just had bad luck. Most of them were in a hurry. So at Best Buy, because I've said I'm kind of moving some stuff around, trying to put together a little office setup, and I have got a computer.
Hell yeah!
I got the computer. I got a PC. And so I've been making little trips here and there, just getting little things. And my home is like a just constant packages getting delivered. People must think that I'm like building something or building like another home. Like what's this guy doing? He's getting stuff delivered all the time. So like I got this right here. Check this out. You know what this is?
That is a capture card, a game capture card.
I got a capture card. Don't know what it is. Asked on the Twitch last week. I was like, how do I share my Mac screen and audio? And someone was like, with a capture card. No questions asked. Just
I got one of those.
Nice. How many? That's
how I make my GIFs.
Really? Oh,
yeah. Run the capture card from my cable box to my Mac, and it just basically puts the transmission from the cable box to the computer.
How many frames of delicate picture does yours do?
Dude, I've never heard that term in my life.
I saw they were terming it as F
frames per second.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, 60 FPS is pretty much the standard.
Okay, cool. So the one I got was 60.
All right.
There were some that were 30, and I was like,
30 FPS is half as good as 60 FPS. I don't know. We're not big math guys, but I believe that's how it works.
Possibly.
You get 2 frames for every 1 frame.
That I couldn't turn down that deal.
Exactly.
I simply
buy one, get one free.
So if I'm ever doing anything where I'm sharing my Mac screen or I'm sharing audio, just be like,
you'll know.
Wow.
60 FPS.
Wow, this is coming in good.
What brand is that? I've never seen that sort of box.
TCL? I wish. I do not know what brand this is. What brand is yours?
An Elgato.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I wasn't seeing a lot of Samsung, Sony, TCL name brand things. This doesn't. I'm not even. I'll tell you what. I'm looking at this box.
Doesn't even have a brand. Is it a Best Buy? Is it a Kirkland signature?
It's MRKYY.
Never heard of it.
Seems pretty murky to me, but
yeah,
get it?
Yep, I do.
Okay, why? Why now? So anyway, I'm just picking up little things here and there. Just getting like today went out, got an awesome surge protector, Cadillac of surge EPs.
So I like that you skimped out on the game capture card.
You don't know that Murky could be the best. Murky could be the fucking Cadillac of capture cards.
Be a real misdirection with the name.
Yeah.
I do like that you just kind of rolled the dice on the capture card and was like, I'm going to get top of the line surge protector.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Although you got to protect all things at once.
That's right. This is protecting the capture card as well. Right. No, dude. When I was looking up capture card stuff, I shopped around for like 3 minutes because I'm like, I'm not going to know what these things are anyway. But
right.
I was comparing all of them, and all of them seemed to be the same thing. So I didn't get the cheapest one, but I just got the one that had 60 whatevers and the highest rating. Boom.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, I've been impressed by your aggregation, I guess maybe of the tools, because you're not. I expected you to be like, I'm going to get the cheapest PC I can. And
initial plan. That was the first plan.
Right. And I would have been really disheartened because it would have been you getting excited about having a PC and then like running in like 5 weeks later and being like,
PCs suck.
My PC can't handle any of this.
Why'd you make me get a PC? These things are terrible.
Right. So I'm glad that you're showing some commitment.
Yeah. So
you're excited about it. You're excited about it. I can already tell, and it hasn't even gotten here yet.
I am. I'm almost done with my hours. I'm going to finish them up tomorrow night. I'll stream myself watching maybe the second half of the Celtics game, or maybe I'll do the whole thing. But by Thursday, my hours will be up. I will be a real Twitch person. So if you're not following me on there yet, twitch.tv/BraveDaveBean. Pete is twitch.tv/PBlackburn. And we'll be able to do stuff together. It'll be a lot of fun. We've got, as fate would have it, and I'm going to get to this T story at some point, but this feels really old school brunch. Just in the middle of telling one short story, we do an entire episode. As fate would have it, the Jaguars are Thursday Night Football this week, and we're going to stream ourselves watching that because listeners of the pod very aware. Pete, Jaguars fan. Deej, Jaguars fan. One of the things that we've bonded over as the years have gone on. So Jaguars are playing the Dolphins. We're going to stream ourselves watching that. And because of some Amazon bullshit, correct? We're able to show the game.
I believe so. I was looking this week, and I didn't see Thursday Night Football on Twitch too much. But I do believe that deal still exists. I don't know.
Look it up. I'd like everyone to be able to watch the Jags with us.
Yeah, me too.
Minshew's fucking everything up, man. I'll tell you that.
Amazon nabs exclusive streaming rights to select NFL games and contract extension. So select NFL games. Let me see.
If they leave the Jaguars out, so help me God.
We are thrilled to renew our Thursday Night Football deal with the NFL and excited to expand our relationship. Yeah, it looks like the deal is still in effect. So hopefully that means we can watch the game and show the game.
I mean, I was gonna say we could do it from mine, but the fact that you don't even seem to know logistically how we can do this, and you'd be probably 600 steps, 60 frames per second, if you will, ahead of me.
Damn.
What's that?
The first one is October 8th, the Buccaneers versus Bears.
Well, that fucking sucks because we're not Jaguars fans, and we were pretending we were. We bought all this Jaguars stuff. We were going to have this, like, really get into the Jaguars thing and stream it, and it was going to be a real brunch phenomenon. I told my buddy Mike about it. He was so
I mean, we're still going to do it.
Okay. So we'll
right? I mean, who cares? We'll just watch the game and stream.
So we'll just do what I do? Just me sitting there watching a game?
Yeah. Okay. Why not? And we can do it from yours because you're getting the PC. Well, it'll be like a test run for your Streamlabs.
That's true.
Why not? It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. So y'all can watch and y'all can watch on your TVs and then stream with us.
Although I got to say,
what's that?
We got to do October 8th, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Chicago Bears.
Oh my God! So I work weeknights, but I also work Sundays because of the Patriots. So I have 1 day off a week, and this week Thursday I got Thursday off for the Jaguars. Should I be off October 8th? Definitely, we should stream that.
Yes, we should.
Let me tell you, that would be the
event of the century.
Must see. And I don't,
especially because the Bears have a good defense. So like, there's a decent chance that like Brady has a terrible game.
Yes, although you know that Brady's my fantasy quarterback.
Is he really?
Yeah,
can't lose that way.
Exactly. I totally hedged my bets. That was the best moment of the auction. My friends were so annoyed. I nominated Brady, bought him for $6, and everybody was so mad. They were like, one of my friends was like, be honest with me. Have you been shitting on Tom Brady for 2 years just so you can get him a little cheaper in the auction this year? Or do you
driving down the price, baby?
Yeah, I got to keep that price low.
Very weird situation, by the way. Looking at the schedule, there's a Christmas Day NFL game this year, and it's on a Friday.
So you think it's weird that Christmas is on a Friday?
I think it's weird that not that Christmas is on a Friday, but there's an NFL game on a Friday on Christmas Day. That doesn't make any sense.
They've done Christmas Day games, haven't they?
Right, on like a Sunday or a Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not too different from Thursday. I'm sure. Are they just not going to do Thursday game?
Yeah.
Interesting. I hope they do it. Maybe it'll be like doing 2 Thursday games. I hope they do that. Watch some football Christmas Eve. Bang out some football on Christmas. Watch Jalen score 6,000 on the Raptors again, like he did this past Christmas. It was the best.
The NBA on Christmas.
I know, but the Christmas Day Raptors game, Celtics Raptors, was awesome. I'm looking right now. I'm staring at Jalen, a custom made Jalen shirt right in the face. I made a shirt that says it's a great day to display growth. Haven't worn it yet, but since I made it, it's generally been bad stuff for your Boston Celtics.
I saw you pairing it with the hat, like on display, and I was like, "Damn, it's a cool 1-2 punch."
Yo, I got hella Celtics merch coming. I told you about that Disney Celtics shirt I got.
I can't believe you haven't gotten that.
It doesn't ship until October, and I'm like, if these guys lose before I can wear this shirt, it is such a cool shirt. And then I had a voucher to probably from buying that. I had a voucher to like the NBA store or what? Oh no, Fanatics that was running out. So I was like, I gotta get something from here, and I almost got a Dodgers jersey. There's something hella musical about that, but they didn't have it in my size. So I got the sickest Celtics hat. Can't wait to stream all over the place wearing that thing.
Idea just popped in my head. What if we just watched what if we did like a Thursday night football stream for the Jaguars game? And instead of showing the Jaguars game that's on Thursday, what if we just look to see if there was like an old ass Jaguars game on YouTube, like a full game, and we just streamed that? I
mean, are we doing Brunell era? Are we doing Leftwich era? Because like Byron Leftwich was,
or like a David Garrard era.
So I got a tough relationship with David Garrard because he replaced Leftwich,
right?
And Leftwich was my Leftwich obsession was short lived because Phillip Rivers then came into the league, so he took all of my attention. But before I was screaming at Phillip Rivers haters defending him, I was screaming at Leftwich haters defending him. Because let me tell you, Leftwich had haters. People were like, yo, this guy is just Drew Bledsoe. And I'm like, yeah, Drew Bledsoe ruled. Right. We have Drew Bledsoe again? Like, Drew Bledsoe's on his way out, and what do we get? Another Drew Bledsoe? This is the fucking best. People didn't agree with that.
Well, and now everything's come full circle because your boy Byron Leftwich is the quarterback's coach. Is he the quarterback's coach or the offensive coordinator?
He's the offensive coordinator
for the Buccaneers. So he not only is he Drew Bledsoe, he's Drew Bledsoe
working with Tom
Brady.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's been a fun football season so far. Aside from legitimately, all those guys that got hurt last week on Sunday and like everybody got hurt. All of them are on my fantasy team. Like Cortland Sutton is the only one of those guys that wasn't on my fantasy team. I have the 49ers defense. I have the 49ers defense. I have Saquon Barkley. I have Jerry Jeudy got hurt, but he came back. David Montgomery got hurt, but he came back.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
Very difficult to have Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey.
Although it's possible because it's a keeper league. Ooh. So I had spent $117 of my $200 budget on Saquon this year. I was like, my whole plan was, this is going to be a weird year. So even if I'm not good, I'll be able to sell Saquon and get perfect keepers for next year. Immediately, Saquon gets hurt, little injury scared. You're like, ooh, just his elbow. He's staying in the game. He's fine. And then within like 3 minutes, they're ACL. Like, all right, now he's dead. Like he's torn his ACL. He's done.
I feel selfishly awesome about the stuff that happened this weekend. Obviously not happy that Saquon tore his ACL, but I had the second pick in my fantasy league this year. I took Zeke over Saquon.
So my plan was spend up to 120 on Saquon or Zeke. Saquon was nominated first. I got him for 117, and I was like, all right, cool, fine. Then Zeke went for 100.
Ooh, I'd take Zeke for 100 over Saquon.
Absolutely.
For 117.
And like I missed out on DK Metcalf, DK Metcalf is everyone's horny about DK Metcalf these days. I was an O.
I had him last year.
Yes, I had him last year. I had him last year for $1, and I didn't keep him. I kept DJ Chark instead of him. And anyway, that's enough fantasy football talk, I suppose. Unless you want,
is it though? Is it? Do you want to just go through our rosters and just make this unbearable for everybody?
I got who did I get? Who is the Mike Davis, the Panthers backup running back.
Okay.
We do. Do you have a fab budget in your league?
No.
That's free agent auction budget. Everyone has $100 to spend on the waiver wire over the course of the year.
Gotcha.
I spent $56
Jesus
on
Christ.
this guy, and I don't know why. I was texting with our guy Peter Overzet, and I was like, "Look, this is what happened. Saquon. I have Saquon. I have this guy. Blah blah." And I've lost the first 2 weeks of the season based purely on playing the wrong tight end both weeks. So even with all the terrible luck I've had, like wins were still within my grasp, but I need to get this shit back on track. So I was like, should I spend a lot on like Dion Lewis or Mike Davis or something? And he was like, yeah, man, go for Mike Davis. My bid for him was $21. And at the last minute, just in a panic that what if somebody else gets him, I upped it to 56, and somebody had bid like 53 on him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'll tell you, I think this is good talk. As long as it's between
Field
two
Yates,
people,
watch out, man.
dude. As long as it's between two people, fantasy football talk is good. Like, because I've given you a picture. Like, tell me a little.
You don't want to be tell you about your team,
right? Like, meaning, have you retained what I've told you about my team?
Yeah.
So, like, like, who's my quarterback?
Tom Brady, baby.
Who's my first pick?
Your first pick was Saquon.
Right. So you got to understand it. You get 6 people talking about their fantasy teams. She's saying, "Oh, I got this person." Right. He's saying, "I got this person." You lose track.
It's just 6 people. It's 6 people fighting to talk about their fantasy team.
Right. Us?
No, man. I just want to hear it. I just want to hear it.
2 people sharing some information about their. Like, I know you don't have a fab budget.
Nope.
I know that about you. I know you're doing a draft. You're not doing an auction.
You're right. You know anybody on my fantasy team?
You have Zeke.
Yeah, it's goddamn right I do.
You have Zeke.
Yep. I feel good about my fantasy team for like the first time in a long time.
That's it's been a while for me. I won.
I drafted a running back for the first time in the first round, probably in like 10 years. I never drafted a running back in the first round.
Wow.
Always go for a quarterback.
And you're not a keeper league?
Nope.
Wow. You go for a quarterback?
I just value quarterbacks.
Is that because you do all touchdowns or 6 points?
No, it's just like I just don't trust running backs.
Okay, our league,
like unless you can get like a Zeke or a Saquon or a McCaffrey with like the first 3 picks, I'm not going to use a 5th or 6th or like an 8th pick on a running back. I just rather get like a shitty running back and hope he has a good year.
You know what really hurts? The guy who got Zeke in my league had Mahomes as a keeper for like $5. So that is and we do all touchdowns or 6 points. So quarterbacks actually are hella important, which is why, I mean, I thought that Tom Brady was just going to throw the ball a lot and people were going to catch it this year. And I'd still say that nobody had any interest in him and I'd win my fantasy league and everything would be okay. But it's been a bit of a nightmare so far. What's your fantasy team name, if it's appropriate?
It's not really appropriate, but it's not like inappropriate where I would get canceled. Okay. It's just Blitz the Butthole.
Okay, it's just sophomoric.
Yeah, I just don't know. I think I made it like 3 years ago, and I just haven't changed it. It's my fantasy team every year.
My fantasy team names are always entirely random sounding things that just sound cool but don't mean anything.
Okay.
My fantasy team name this year is Bell and the Boys, but it's Bell, like not like a player named Bell. It's right. Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and the graphic is classic DJ Bean Photoshop. It's a screen grab of. Did you see that? I don't know what it was. It was on some social media, but when Jack Harlow posted his verse from the Tap In remix. It's just like him and a bunch of like his buddies just on like a vertical cell phone video, just like in front of the camera, kind of rapping at the camera. I just did a screen grab of that and then a picture of Bell with when adjusting the size of it, and then screen grab of, I'm a huge fan of screen grab a Photoshop project while working on it, because you either get something like a negative or a or just like the outline box thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
So stupid. I'm always very proud of my my like March Madness bracket name every year, because it's always the same every year. It's take off your pants and bracket.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did this year. If someone has like a good punny team name, I will look up. I'll Google that team name to see if it's on a list of like, here are some cool fantasy team names for this year. And if it's on that, I'm like, I email the rest of the league and I'm like, yo, check out what this guy did. But
yes.
Someone made their team name Two-A-Days.
Okay, I like that.
And I looked it up, could not find it.
That's awesome.
It was a Google whack. Couldn't find
Google whack.
I say that all the time. Do you know what that is?
No.
It might be before your time. Back when like the internet was first becoming a thing and Google surpassed what was the original search engine? Oh, Yahoo. When like Google like
or Ask Jeeves.
Yahoo. Man, I'll tell you, Matt. Nobody was ever asking Jeeves.
Not really.
Nobody used Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves was a snake oil salesman.
Right. For sure. Seemed like a cool guy, but no one was asking him shit. A Google whack was if you Googled two things and it yielded exactly one result. There was like little enough internet for that to exist. Isn't that nuts?
Crazy?
Right.
I mean, that's unthinkable now.
I bet that there aren't Google whacks anymore.
No, probably not.
Anyway, yeah, I looked it up and I saw that, and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, you get this off some list or something? And he was like, nope, just thought of it myself. Thought it was pretty funny. Like, go easy on me. What? I like hope you don't think it's too silly. And I was like, yeah, shut up. And then I Googled it because I didn't believe him. And really, he'd come up with that on his own. So I emailed the league and I was like, hey, let me tell you, if you're wondering whether or not this guy came up with his team name, I think he did. And we were like, oh, cool. Nice one, mate. So I'm in Best Buy and and I'm checking out. I got my surge protector and I see a mug. This mug costs $100. I'm going to put some like audio effect on that. It's going to make it sound like huge. Okay. And I'm like, $100 mug. What's this? And it's not a travel mug. I understand $100 travel mug, but this was like a saucer of coffee mug, whatever you want to call it. I know that's different. A saucer and coffee mug are different things, but it's like your normal, I don't know, 12 ounce, whatever it would be, coffee mug. It's $100. And it's because using an app, you can keep it the same temperature the whole time. And as a tea drinker, let me tell you, my tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. Like, tea gets cold quick, I think.
It does.
Tea cools down quicker than coffee. Do you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm always in Dido mode in case you hadn't gotten that first reference. But
I know I did. It was a good one. Cool. But the thing about tea though is that like if you do like a kettle, there's always hot tea at the waiting because this tea stays hot in the kettle for a long time.
That's because it's so
if you need a splash to warm it up.
You want to, You want to freshen it up. But let me tell you, a mug that is always the same temperature. I know that Latte Larry's did this famously in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yep, it didn't work out too well though.
No, it didn't. In theory, that sounds great. Like if this were like a special kind of ceramic mug that just always stayed the same temperature, then I'm down. Involving an app makes it a little dicey, and like just the idea of electricity with a mug, I don't feel great about
drinking an
that.
electric product.
Right. Like it's like going on a roller coaster. Like I know that you've got it as safe as possible, but still you can't tell me it's not possible. This goes fucking horribly wrong.
I mean, it's an airplane.
And it's $100.
Right. Have you ever considered one of those like those hot plate type situations?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
I have one of those.
Yeah,
pretty great. They're a little worrisome though. Like
that seems like a fire hazard
exactly,
as well.
Exactly. Yeah, I just don't trust myself or have enough confidence in my responsibility to have one of those and to own and to use one of those.
Yeah. So I don't know, between the risk and I'm also just in a time right now. I mean, as I'm putting together the office setup, getting the computer and everything, when like I'm in a very when it rains it pours situation with like I almost tweeted this the other day, like everything in my life, and then the nut button meme.
Mm-hmm.
You know that? Mm-hmm. I was gonna have it say cost money, because I'm spending money like crazy. Like it's like, yeah. Anyway, so $100 for a mug seems insane enough. But again, we just spent money on Jaguars gear that now we got for absolutely no reason.
We'll find a way to make it worth it.
We got good Jaguars.
Stop by the Twitch and drop some donos. Hit that sub button.
We got, sub. It'll still be in September, right?
Yeah, you got 8 days. So if you qualify tomorrow and you hit the affiliate program, then you got about 6 days of September.
Yeah.
Wake me up when September ends.
Let's start my subs going on September. Although that will be, I don't know how I need this.
Thursday night could be your first day of subbing.
Yeah. But we've generally done, I didn't know this. When you get subs and stuff for stuff involving me, you put it in Brunch. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. It's your holiday. It's your grand opening.
Well, we've got that Thursday. I think we're gonna have a special, cool kind of stream next week, midweek as well. So I don't know. Maybe this will be like regular things where in the middle of the week we'll have some cool sort of thing we're doing. But I mean, again, we're gonna be streaming. We hope you're there. I mean, what in the time that I don't have the subs and all that and the donos and whatever, I'm just happy with the chat. The chat has been very nice so far.
The chat, whether you got subs or not, the chat is always the best part of Twitch. It's
totally
the most fun.
Everyone's so nice. I got one bot. I did not like that. I like closed my computer, threw it away.
You got to get a mod, man. That's the thing. You got to get a mod to patrol those chat streets.
So is a mod human?
Yeah. It's somebody who's just like frequently in your chat and who just wants to like police the chat if somebody steps out of line.
That's so nice. Do you pay them?
I do not pay my mods. I know that like some of the bigger streamers, they do pay theirs.
Interesting. Okay. Do you like maybe drop them a dono in theirs? Do you sub?
Yeah, like
them?
I'll sub to their channel. Yeah. I also I got a guy who is frequently in my chat is now I play with him quite a bit now. He's also now my video guy. He puts together like videos for me and I pay him every month.
Oh, that's sweet.
Just a lot of connections coming through the chat. It's a good time.
Yeah. All right. So that was the Best Buy story. There was a mug that was $100 and I won't be getting it. So don't forget that story.